is Elizabeth Wilson from the Perth Pilates studio, and today I'm going to be taking you through the 6th in our series of progressive beginners Pilates lessons. As usual, we're going to come down and start lying on your back. Knees bent, feet hip-width apart, and arms just relaxed down by the sides. And take a little moment to let the weight of the body sink into the floor. Let any unnecessary tension just drain out of the body. From there, we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, sink the tummy, roll the pelvis back towards you. Let your pelvis roll up off the floor. So you're rolling up till the weight's resting just between the shoulders. Breathe in at the top of the movement. And then as you breathe out, peeling down bone by bone through the spine. Coming all the way down through a flat lower back and letting the tailbone release down to neutral at the bottom. Again, we take a breath in here. Breathe out, sink the tummy, roll the pelvis back, start to reach the tailbone up. The breastbone stays slightly heavy. It's a little sense of scoop or connection through the front of the body. Again, breathing in, breathing out bone by bone, articulating down through the spine, coming down all the way through a flat lower back and letting the tailbone release to neutral. We're just going to do 3 more repetitions here. Again, rolling back, articulating up through that spine. See if you can find that little sense of stretch almost through the front of the thighs as you roll up. Breathe in again. Exhale, rolling it down, bone by bone. Get a little more length and opening through the lower back if you can. Breathe in again. Breathe out, sink the tummy, roll the pelvis back, deepen the belly, and peel up. Continuing up to the weights between the shoulders. Take your breath in. And then exhale again and articulate all the way down, bone by bone. Let your tailbone release heavy at the bottom. We've got 1 more repetition, but we're going to float the arms up now. Take a breath in again, keep the shoulders heavy back into the mat. Sink the tummy, roll the pelvis up. Just keeping the upper body quite relaxed, just with those arms floating up towards the ceiling. Again, breathing in. And as you exhale, articulate bone by bone by bone down through the spine. Now we're going to take it into that single leg variation. It's going to be a little more interesting with the arms up. You'll be surprised how much you use the upper body to help stabilize you with the arms down. So again, we take a breath in, keep the feet flat on the floor, sink the tummy, roll the pelvis back. You're going to press a little through the feet as you come up. Now press a little more with one leg to stabilize you and float the opposite leg up. Try and keep those hips really level. No rock or tip in the pelvis if you can help it. Articulate down through the spine, bone by bone, coming all the way down through a flat lower back and let the tailbone release. You take a breath in again there. Breathe out, sink the tummy, roll the pelvis back, reach the tailbone up, bridging up through the spine, hold the position there. Place that foot down onto the floor, spread the toes on the floor, check you've got the scoop in the tummy and the hips are level. Float the other leg, staying stable, breathing in. Exhale, top of the spine rolls down, bone by bone. See if you can lengthen through the lower back, come all the way down through a flat lower back, let the tailbone release heavy. Take a breath in again and breathe out, sink the tummy. Keep the foot spread flat on the floor, scoop the belly, peel those hips up. Scoop the tummy a little more, see if you can find the stretch through the front of the thigh. Place that foot down on the floor, check the hips are level and you've got that little scoop. From there again, allow the other leg to float. Press with the supporting leg into the floor. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down, bone by bone. Allow the lower back to lengthen, let the tailbone release heavy. Breathe in again. Breathe out, scoop the tummy and roll that pelvis back. Reach the tailbone to the ceiling, scoop the belly in just a little. Take the foot down to the floor. Again, breathing in and float the other leg up to tabletop. Shoulders relaxed, heavy. Exhale, articulate straight down the spine. Come down through that flat lower back. See if you can really open the lower back and then release the tailbone down. Breathing in, and again we exhale, we sink the tummy, we roll the pelvis back. We're going to peel all the way up through the spine, hold the position there, place the foot down. Again, check the hips are level, check if you've got the little scoop through the tummy, that rib to hip connection in the front of the body. Hold it there, take a breath in, and then exhale and peel down bone by bone. Keep your knees parallel, keep the weight of the feet even and flat on the floor. Let your tailbone release to the floor. And from here, breathe in, open the arms out wide to the sides. They hover just above the ground. See if you can stretch the fingertips a little wider, open through the chest, and then allow the arms just to rest into the floor there. From there, you're going to deepen the belly, let one leg float to tabletop, and then the other leg comes up as well. Knees connect together, ready for side to side. Breathe in, the knees come halfway over to the side. As you exhale, lower tummy connects, let the legs float back to center. And again, breathing in, taking the knees over to the other side. Exhale, sink the tummy, connect through the belly, back to center. Again, breathing in, the knees come over. Exhale, deepen the belly. See if you can challenge the range over a little. Just work that mobility through the spinal fraction. Inhale over. Check the upper body stays really quiet though as you return the legs to center. One more like this to each side, and then we're going to add another little progression in, taking it one step further from what we did in the last class. Again, take your knees over to the side with the inhale, and then as you exhale, sink the tummy, let the legs float to center. Now from here, continue, take the knees over. On the inhale, allow both legs to lengthen away from you. Deepen the belly, bring the legs back to center, and allow the knees to bend back down. Again, both knees come over to the side. Deepen the belly, draw the belly back as the legs reach away, shoulders stay heavy, bring the legs back to center, and allow those knees to bend back down to tabletop. Again, inhale, knees reach over. Exhale, draw the belly back as the toes reach away, draw the legs back to center. Allow the knees to bend. Breathe in, bring the knees over. Draw the belly back, reach the toes long, shoulders stay heavy, draw the legs back to center. We have one more repetition each side. Breathe in, those knees come over. Exhale, deepen the belly, reach the toes long, bring the legs to center. Again, allow the knees to bend down, knees over to the side, sink the lower belly up and in, draw the legs to center, bend the knees down, hold the position there. See if you can sink the tummy just a little more and let both feet lower together towards the floor. From there, we float the arms up to the ceiling, and we're going to reach the arms out long and the legs out long. Again, remember, just take the arms back overhead as far as you can without your ribs lifting. Moving now into our hundreds prep. You breathe in and slide the legs along the mat towards you. As you exhale, deepen the belly. Now this time, today, we're going to curl up and we're going to extend the legs again, straight up to the ceiling. Keep the belly drawing flat. Breathe in, touch the toes down to the mat. Exhale, sink the tummy as the arms and legs reach away, keeping that little sense of rib to hip connection through the front of the body, belly melting flat. Again, breathe and allow the knees to slide in. Exhale, deepen the belly and curl. Let the lower back imprint and flatten a little into the mat in this position here. Breathe in, touch the toes down. Exhale, reach the legs away, tummy stays sinking flat. Energy out through the fingers. Breathe in, slide the toes along the mat. Exhale, sink and curl. Breathe in, hold, touch the toes down. Exhale, reach away. We have 2 more repetitions here. Again, we breathe in, slide the legs in. Exhale, sink the tummy and curl. Hold there for a moment. Breathe in as the knees come down. Stretch the arms and legs away, and we have our final repetition coming up. Breathe in, slide the legs. Exhale, deepen the belly, sink and curl. Draw the belly back flat through the spine. Allow those knees to bend down, touch the toes down, and reach away. Now from here, we're going to progress that hundreds prep further. So the full hundreds exercise, we're going to stay in that curled up position. Bend the knees, slide them in towards you. Exhale, deepen the belly and curl up. From here, I start to pump my arms, palms up 5 times as I breathe in. So it's a breath in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2. Keep going. Keep the tummy sinking in flat towards the spine and deepen the belly as you curl a little higher into the tips of the shoulders. We're just going to do 2 more sets of breaths in and breaths out. And exhale, deepen the belly, reach the toes really long if you can. Breathing in. And exhale. Hold the position there, stay. Bend the knees, touch the toes to the floor. And stretch the arms and legs out long for a little moment. So the hundreds exercise gets its name from that pumping of the arms. In a full set of hundreds, just bend your knees in as I talk here. In a full set of hundreds, we'd breathe in for 5 and out for 5. So 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out is 10 breaths. A full set of hundreds, we do that 10 times through, so it's 100 breaths. Today we just did 50, but don't worry, 100 will be coming in our next class. From here, deep in the belly, you're going to float one leg and then the other up to tabletop. Sweep the hands around behind the thighs. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, start to float the head and shoulders deep in the belly. Curl the head and shoulders up. Let the feet arc heavy towards the floor and then stack and lengthen and grow tall through the spine. Assisted roll up. Take a breath in here. Again, breathe out, slide the gaze down, slide the tailbone under, draw the belly back and roll back down bone by bone to the mat. Breathing in again. Exhale, float the head and shoulders deep in the belly, sink the tummy, let the feet arc heavy to the floor. And then we're going to breathe in, we're going to stack and lengthen up tall through the spine. Again, breathing in here, breathe out, slide the gaze down, slide the tailbone under, let the feet glide along the mat as long as they can, and then they gently float in towards you. One more repetition here on this assisted version. Breathing in, breathe out, float the head and shoulders deep in the belly, let the feet arc heavy to the mat. We're going to re-stack up tall. And then again, breathing in, breathe out, slide the gaze down, roll the pelvis back from the thighs, scoop the tummy, slide the feet along the mat, come all the way down. Now from here, we're going to roll up to sitting, take a breath in, breathe out, float the head and shoulders deep in the belly, articulate all the way up through the spine, hold the position once you're up there, and from here, we're going to just extend your legs straight out in front. The arms float up in line with the shoulders, take another breath in. As you breathe out, slide the gaze down, slide the tailbone under. So you're going to roll the pelvis back from the thighs. Really think of the tummy sinking heavy. You roll all the way back down. Now again, the arms float back overhead, but only as far as you can go without those ribs lifting, okay? So keep that little connection through the front of the body. We breathe in, we float the head to look at the toes and pause. And now we exhale, we deepen the belly, we scoot the tummy back through the spine, and we're going to reach the fingertips forward and round forward. From here, breathe in, stack it back up tall. This is the full roll up. Happy news is in today's class, we're starting to work into some of the more intermediate repertoire, early intermediate. Breathing out, slide the gaze down, slide the tailbone under and roll the pelvis back. Now remember, if you find these more advanced versions a little more too challenging at the moment, that's fine. It's okay to stay with last week's class a little longer if you wish, or simply go back, breathing in to float the head, exhale to come up. Simply go back to the assisted roll-up that we were practicing earlier. Deep in the belly, round the body forward, breathe into the back. Breathe in, stack that body up, lifting up tall. See if you can grow another inch up out of the sitting bones. Breathe out, slide the gaze down, slide the tailbone under, roll the pelvis back from the thighs. Allow the arms to reach back. Again, energy through the fingers. Let the shoulder blades glide up a little on the rib cage to allow the arms to move. Again, breathe in, float the head, look to the toes. Exhale, deep in the belly, scoop the tummy in. Round the body forward, reach those fingertips forward, find a stretch. Breathing in there. Exhale, scoop the tummy, roll back up tall. As you exhale again, slide the tailbone under, roll all the way back, bone by bone by bone through the spine. One more repetition here. Breathe in, float the head and shoulders deep in the belly, scoot that tummy in, round the body forward. Allow the lower back to open. And then from here, inhale, stack back up tall. And as you exhale this time, just allow the arms to come straight down by your side. Roll all the way through the back and let yourself come to rest on the floor. From here, we're going to bend one knee in towards the chest. Allow your other leg to extend straight to the ceiling. Take the hand onto that opposite hip. The hip stays heavy back towards the mat. From here, with this leg super long, we're going to inhale, circle the leg across the body. Exhale, sweep it up and pause and catch at the top. Again, breathing in. Exhale, sweep and pause and catch. Remember, if you need, you can allow that leg to stay a little bit bent. That would be absolutely fine. Inhale, sweep the leg across. Exhale up. 2 more repetitions here. Keep the belly sinking flat. Keep the ribs heavy. Keep the upper body relaxed if you can. Reverse the direction. Inhale out, exhale, deepen the belly and catch. Breathe in, take it out, exhale and catch. And this is number 3. Keep the belly sinking flat. Keep that upper body really relaxed. If you notice any catching in the hip, remember, reduce the range of motion. And final repetition, hold it there. Bend the knee, hug it in towards the chest. Stretch that leg out long along the ground and allow the other knee to come into tabletop. Reach the leg high to the ceiling. Opposite hand comes onto the hip. Keep that hip stable. Reach that leg super long. Inhale, take the leg across the body. Exhale, sweep it up and catch. Breathe in again. Take the leg up, sweep and catch. Keep the tummy sinking in towards the spine. Belly melting flat. Shoulders just fall back heavy into the mat. If you feel as though you need your hands anywhere else on your body just to give you feedback on your position, that's fine. Last one here, pause and catch at the top. Breathing in, take it out the other way. Exhale, sweep up. Check that opposite hip stays really heavy into the floor. Again, if you find your pelvis really rocking or tipping here, reduce the range, make it a little smaller so you can find that level where you have control. One more repetition here, pause at the top, hold. Bend the knee, hug it in towards the chest. From there, stretch both legs out long along the ground. Allow the arms to float overhead. Take a breath in, float the head, look towards the toes. Exhale, deepen the belly, round the body forward, and then stack up tall. We're going to come forward towards the front edge of your mat. Find your little balanced position just back off your sitting bones, ready for rolling like a ball. One hand holds onto the other. Remember, you can regress your hand position to make the exercise easier if you need. But assuming you're fine in this position, slide the gaze down, slide the tailbone under, deepen the belly. Remember again, it's that feeling of the lower tummy drawing in so much that you just happen to roll back and come up and find a little balance point. And again, scoop the tummy, roll it back, exhale, scoop it up. And again, breathe in, scoop and roll, and deepen the belly to bring it back up. This is number 4. We're going to go for a lucky number 7 on this little exercise today. Exhale it back. That's it, deepen the belly. 2 more, scoop that lower tummy in, draw the belly in to come up. 1 more repetition here, scoop it in and roll it back up and hold the position there. From here, take hold of the ankles. Find that little sense of lift through the chest. We're going to take it now into our open leg rocker prep. So from here, 1 leg reaches out long and away. Find the stretch that's right for you today. Allow that leg down. Take the other leg long and away. And release it down. Let's try once more on each side. Lengthen the leg away. Hold the stretch. Keep the chest lifted just a little. Take the other leg away. Hold the stretch. Bring it down. Now from here we're going to have a bit of fun. Both legs lengthen away. From here, we're going to progress into an exercise called open leg rocker. So open leg rocker is just like you're rolling like a ball, only we're rolling from this position. Now, if it's tough getting into a position here with your hands holding on the ankles, it's fine to hold the legs lower, and it's also fine to have the legs bent, okay? Just play with the movement. It takes a little bit of practice to get this movement down well when you first start. So from here, we take a breath in. As you breathe out, you slide the gaze down, you scoop the tummy, you're going to roll back to the weights between the shoulders, and then you exhale and you come up and you're going to balance at that top position. Play with it. When you first start, you'll need to play with it just to find the right amount of control on this movement so you can control the momentum of the movement. Slide the gaze down, scoop the tummy and roll it back, and then coming back up and lift tall. And again, slide the gaze down, tailbone under, deepen the belly, scoop the tummy, float and lift tall. Let's do 2 more here. Slide the gaze down, scoop, roll back and lengthen and lift. And final repetition, slide the gaze down, slide the tailbone under, scoop it and lengthen and lift. Bend the knees down, bring your knees together. Really well done. Okay, from here, we're going to take one hand to the opposite knee, up the hand, down to the ankle. We're going to come back into our position for our single leg stretch. We've been doing single leg stretch up until now with both hands on one knee, but the traditional way of doing single leg stretch is with one hand at the knee and one hand at the ankle. Make sure it's the outside hand to the ankle. So from here, I take a breath in. Now with control, you're going to slide the gaze down, slide the tailbone under,
Roll back just to the bottom tips of the shoulders with the other leg reaching away. Hold the position there, take a breath in, elbows slightly wide. Exhale, switch legs. And switch. Stay high on the tip of the shoulders. Remember, with this exercise, if you get any tension through the neck and shoulders, you can simply rest your head and shoulders down into the ground. If you find it tough to keep your lower back imprinted into the mat, or if you feel as though your tummy is bulging out, simply take the legs higher. And you also don't have to straighten the legs all the way. Sometimes keeping a little bit of a bend in the leg as you reach way also makes it easier. Let's just do one more repetition on each side here. We'll finish on the opposite side from the one you started on. Hold it there. Bring both knees into the chest and rest back down for a moment. And then you're going to take your hands around, fingers interlocked behind the head. Curl the head and shoulders up, legs come back to tabletop. Exhale, and it's crisscross. We rotate to one side as the other leg reaches away. Breathe in, bring it to center. Exhale, rotate to the other side. Bring it to center. Let's take it a little faster now. Exhale, turn and turn. You want to watch as you continue with the movement here that the pelvis stays really stable. No rocking of the pelvis from side to side at all. So try not to turn too far to the side. If you notice your back starting to work or lift or your tummy doming out, remember, just take those legs higher to the ceiling. That's going to make the work easier to keep it directly in your core. Let's just do one more repetition each side. Bring everything to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Rest the head and shoulders down. Well done. Okay, from here, bring the arms down by the side. Let the shoulders rest heavy back into the mat. This is our final little abdominal exercise, I promise. We're going to reach the toes up towards the ceiling. You can keep a little bit of a bend in the knees here. And from here, all I'm going to do is scoop my tummy and roll my hips back towards me. A little bit like that tip of the pelvis back that we did on the bridging at the start of class. Breathe in and then release the legs back down. Now notice that the movement here as I scoop and as I roll the hips back is quite small. There's no swing or momentum in the movement. It's not jerky. And also my upper body is totally relaxed. So I don't want you pushing so far into it that your upper body starts to jump into the movement, okay? So again, scoop the tummy. If you find it tough to keep your upper body out of the movement, just try the movement with your arms up, because then you're forced to keep it out of it, yeah? Scoop the tummy, roll the hips back. And let's just try a couple more repetitions here. Scoop the tummy, roll the hips back. Ease it off. This is an excellent exercise for the lower abdominals, the deep abdominals. Roll the pelvis back. I said two, but let's do one more just for good luck. Again, roll those hips back. Hold it there. Allow the knees to bend. Take the hands behind your thighs. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, float the head and shoulders deep in the belly. The feet arc down to the mat. You're going to lengthen and lift tall. Okay, from here, stretch the legs out long in front. They come out to mat width apart. You want to get again right up onto those sitting bones. So if you need to, remember, allow the knees to bend. Check with a hand in the small of your back that you've got that little curve in through the lower back. If you're rounding, bend the knees so you can get right up into the right position. When you're ready from there, float the arms up in front at shoulder height. Take a breath in. As you exhale, nod the chin to the chest, round the body forward, reaching your fingertips towards the wall in front. From here, breathe and extend the spine, reach the arms out past the ears, reach long through the fingertips. Exhale, round the body forward and then restack, coming back up tall. We have 5 of these. Breathing in. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, reach those fingertips forward. Inhale, extend the spine, lengthen and stretch, shun your heart forward and up. Round the body forward, anchor the sitting bones, restack, grow tall through the spine. Breathing in again. Breathe out, nod the chin to the chest, round the body forward, fingertips reach forward. Inhale, release the tailbone, reach long through the fingers. Round the body down, restack it back up. 2 more repetitions, inhale here. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, round the body forward. Release the tailbone out behind, lengthen and reach through those fingers. Round the body forward and then restack up tall. Final one we're going to add into this one at the end. Take a breath in, breathe out, nod the chin to the chest, round down. Hold the position. Breathe and extend the spine, reach the fingers long. Thumbs go to the ceiling, fingers curl in like hitchhiker's thumbs. And you pulse up for 10, and 9. Reach long through the arms. This is 6 and 5. Stretch longer. 3, 2, last one. Round the body down. Re-stack up tall through the spine. Open the arms out to shoulder width. Take a breath in here. Exhale, rotate to one side. Breathe into center. Exhale and turn. Spine twist. Breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, wrap the ribs and rotate. Keep that movement going from side to side. Take a little glance at your feet as you go and check. They should be staying really stable on the floor. There should be no shift or no sliding of the feet as you wrap the ribs and rotate here. One more each side. Look back to the back arm as you rotate back and then into saw. Exhale, reach to the outside of the opposite leg. Breathe in, stack up tall. Exhale, scoop the belly back through the spine. Breathe in, stack up tall. Keep the arms straight. Draw the belly back through the spine. And reach to come tall. Exhale, draw the belly back. And reach back up tall. This is 3. Again, we're going to go for 5 repetitions on each side. Exhale, tummy draws back. That's it. Sink, scoop the belly. Think of those hands reaching in opposition. Think of that sense of length and lift through the spine. Bring it back up. Final repetition. Exhale, reach. Float back up tall and allow those arms to relax down. Well done. Turning onto your side here. We're going to go into our side lying work for our glutes. For today, let's have those knees bent up in front, propped up onto your elbow. Check initially with your position here that you can float your hips up off the mat. Once you've got the position here, watch you not sagging down into that supporting arm, but lift a little bit. It's like the lower ribs draw up and across towards the top hip, so you're lifting a little bit out of the waist. And then from here, just float the top leg up and lower it back down. Just starting nice and easy. That's it. And again, exhale with a lift, inhale to lower. Lovely. We've got just 4 more repetitions here. Staying long through the crown of the head. 2 more repetitions. Now from here, we're going to float the leg up. Bring the knee up towards the chest. Keep your torso stable and reach that leg slightly back behind you, opening through the front of the hip. Inhale, bring the leg forward in front and exhale, reach it back behind, open through the hip. And again, breathe in. Imagine the leg stays parallel to the floor the whole time. So if you had a very low coffee table, it's like you're dusting the surface of the coffee table. Exhale for the reach back. And we've just got a few more repetitions here. Really press from the base of the backside to get that opening through the front of the hip. On the next set, you have the option of either keeping the hips down, as we have been, or you can add the hip lift. Bring the knee up. Exhale, reach the leg away and press the hip up. Bring the knee forward and exhale, press away. Again, the hip lift is optional, but if you're feeling strong, give it a go. Challenge yourself a little bit. If you're feeling super strong on the next 4, you can add that lift of the top arm. So the top arm floats and then come down. Again, the top arm lifting is optional. It's fine to keep it in front of you for just a little bit of balance. We have 1 more repetition here. Take it out, hold it there, stay and pulse for 8, 7, 6, grow tall, 4, 3, 2, hold it there, stretch longer, and lower everything down. Stay on the same side. We're going to lay down flat and stretch both legs long. Head rests heavy into the bottom arm. Now today, to start with, let's challenge ourselves a little bit. Let's float the top arm up to the ceiling. And you're going to see if you can maintain your perfect stability here with the top arm up to the ceiling. So you're just going to float the top leg up and then allow that leg to lower. And then again, float the top leg up and allow it to lower. That's it, keep going. These muscles will be a little bit pre-fatigued already from the previous exercise that we did, so apologies. This is 5, we're going to go for 10 on this set. Think of lifting from the muscles on the whole side of the hip. So it's really common to get the work just into one point in the side of the hip. I want you to imagine the whole side of the hip is involved in producing the movement. As the leg lifts, make sure the top hip stays forward. You really want to watch you don't roll back. From there, take that top hand down onto the ground, float the leg up, taking the bottom leg up to meet it, and then both legs lower. So it's top leg, bottom leg, and lower, and just flow through it. Long exhale, bottom leg, and lower. And this is 3, bottom leg, and lower. Lower tummy draws flat. Think of that little sense of rib to hip connection through the front of the body as you go here. This is number 6. and 7. Keep the upper body really relaxed. Again, if you feel as though you're tensing up through the upper body, reduce the range of work through those legs. Don't lift them so high. 1 more repetition here. And then you keep both legs super glued together and both legs float and then lower down. And again, the belly draws flat in towards the spine the entire time. Think of the bottom leg pressing the top leg up. That's it. So it's a little sense of work through the muscles in the top hip, but also the inner thigh muscles on that bottom leg that are engaging to press up. Again, just a couple more repetitions here. Once you've done that final repetition, hold the legs up there, stay. Top leg goes up and down for 10. Draw the belly in. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Lift a little higher. Bottom leg goes for 10, 9. See if you can click the heels. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Stay. Reach longer. Lift a little higher. And then lower those legs down. Well done. Let's come up from there. Let's swap to the other side. So again, we're coming propped on the elbow, knees bent up in front. Check in this position initially that you can lift those hips if you wish. From here, again, watch your lifted through the underside of the waist and then just float the top leg up and then lowering it down. Again, starting nice and easy. Use this relatively easier movement just to kind of find your alignment and your stability. Get your form, catch your breath if you need to. This is number 5. Just doing 8 repetitions here, so just 3 more to go. That's it, keeping length through the top half of the waist. Float the leg up. Now, from here, float the leg up, bring the knee into the chest, staying stable through the torso. Reach the leg long and behind, open through the front of the hip. Again, bring the knee up and exhale. So again, we're dusting that imaginary low coffee table. The leg stays parallel to the floor the whole time. 4 more repetitions here. Think of lengthening and opening long through the hip. And this is 6. Good, 2 more to go. Again, remember, next variation, we have the option of lifting the hip. It is optional, not compulsory. Bring the leg up. If you wish, lift the hip and bring it down. And exhale, lift. That's it. Keep it going. We're doing another set of 8 here, but if you wish, for the second 4, the final 4, you can float the top arm. Again, that's optional. It's totally fine to keep that top arm resting down onto the ground in front of you if you prefer. 1 more repetition. Hold it there. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5. Find the ease in the movement. Promise it is there somewhere. Hold it there and lowering it down. Well done. Take both legs out long. So you're going to stretch out. Again, you want to find the back of your body parallel to that back edge of the mat. Bottom arm goes long, and again, initially, let's take that top arm up to the ceiling. Check you're loose in the muscles under the back of the arm. Just reach the fingers long. Find your stability here and just float the top leg and lower. It's like your body is sandwiched between 2 panes of glass here, one in front, one behind. I kind of like to imagine those 2 panes of glass are kind of squishing me, so I'm kind of getting really long and lean. So there's no rock of the body forward or rock of the body back. If you start to notice any work heading towards the back muscles on this exercise, bring those feet a little further forward of you, and that will help you keep length in the lower back. Now from there, rest the leg, bring the hand down. We float the top leg up, bottom leg floats up to meet it, inner thighs connect, and lower the legs down. Top leg, bottom leg, and lower. It's a long exhale and a breath in to bring them down. Exhale. That's it. We have just 4 more here. Focus on the work of the bottom leg. The top leg will be fatigued, so focus in on the bottom leg. It might distract you from the pain in the top leg. That's it. Keep that movement going. Exhale. Breathe in to bring it down. 2 more. Now from there, after we finish this final one, we keep both legs super glued together. Bottom leg presses the top leg up and control it down. Think of the tummy drawing in flat towards the spine. So that sense of that rib to hip connection in the front of the body. Hand in front is just light on the mat. Watch that you're not tensing up through the shoulder. Again, exhale to float. We've just got a few more repetitions here. 2 more to go, just in your own time. Final one, hold the legs up there, stay. Top leg up and down for 10. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there, stretch the legs longer, take them a little higher. Bottom leg goes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there, stretch even longer. and lower those legs down. Well done. So we did some good work through your glutes there. We might be kind and give you a little bit of a stretch for those muscles. Come up into sitting for a moment. Just extend your legs straight out in front. From here, we're going to take one leg up and cross it over the top of the other leg. Now, if you can comfortably get this foot directly above the level of the knee, as an option, you can bend the bottom leg in. But that is entirely optional. It's fine to just keep the bottom leg straight if you prefer. So choose the position that's right for you. And whichever position you're in, I want you to imagine your sitting bones are going just heavy down into the floor. Opposite hand comes to the knee. So make sure it's the opposite hand to the knee, so you're turning towards the leg that's in front. The other hand comes to the ground behind you. Inhale, lengthen up tall through the spine, and as you exhale, you're going to rotate around to look back behind you, turning your back on me. Hold the position. So this is a bit of a rotation stretch through the spine, but you should also feel a bit of a stretch through the glutes on the side of that front leg. Hold the position and breathe. See if you can just relax any unnecessary tension. Let your face, your throat, your jaw release. Ease the stretch off. Let's swap to the other side. Other leg comes in front, other leg comes over the top. Again, if you had the bottom leg bent in on the first side, bend it in on the second side. Otherwise, you can keep it straight, your choice. Bend the bottom leg in. See if you can get the sitting bones heavy towards the floor. From here, opposite arm comes around that knee. Inhale to lengthen up through the spine. The other hand reaches down to the floor behind. As you exhale, see if you can rotate a little further around through the spine, drawing that knee in close towards the chest as you go. And again, hold that position, stay, and breathe. Okay, from here, release that leg off. Very well done. We're going to come down onto the mat now, and I'm going to have you lying down onto your tummy. So legs are going to reach long behind you. Hands are resting down by your shoulders. Elbows slightly lifted towards the ceiling. Again, see if you can just stretch one leg and then the other long and away from you. Find a little sense of space and length in your lower back. We take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to slide your nose forward and up. Roll the collarbones back over the shoulders. Once you have that sense of length and lift through the mid to upper back, then you can start to press with the hands and come up just as far as feels appropriate through your back. You may come up all the way, it may just be part way or even just a tiny way. Take a breath in there. Exhale, stretch out from the base of the spine. We're going to lengthen out from the base of the spine and lower the body all the way down to the floor. Let's go again. Take a breath in here. Breathe out, slide the nose forward and up, roll the collarbones back over the shoulders, lift the chest, press with the hands, lengthen and lift through the front of the body. Inhale there, exhale, stretch out from the base of the spine, lengthen out and lower that body back down. Again, breathing in here, breathe out, slide the nose forward and up, shine your heart forward, lengthen and lift, press with the hands, inhale. Exhale, stretch out from the base of the spine, lengthen out and lower. We have 2 more repetitions coming up. Nose comes forward and up. Roll the collarbones back over the shoulders. Press with the hands, lengthen and lift. Again, stretch out from the base of the spine. Imagine the hands are pulling back towards you along the mat as the head reaches away in the opposite direction. 1 more repetition here. Nose goes forward and up. Send the breastbone forward and up. Think of lengthening and lifting through the front of the body. Inhale there, exhale, stretch out from the base of the spine and lower it down. On the next repetition, we add into the movement. Take a breath in again. Breathe out, slide the nose forward and up, lengthen and lift up through the spine. Hold the position there. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, you're going to rock forward and allow the legs to lift a little. Press with your hands to come back up, breathing in. Exhale again, rock forward and allow the legs to lift. Press with the hands and come back up. Exhale again, rock it forward, reaching long through the legs, tall through the crown of the head. Keep the breastbone lengthening forward and up, even as you lower. Press with the hands to float back up. 1 more repetition, lengthen down. Bring the body back up. Take a breath in, hold, and then stretch out from the base of the spine and lower the body back down to the mat. From here, stretch the legs long. Reach the arms long overhead. And your hands are slightly wider than shoulder width apart, so they're in almost like a little V in this position. From here, let's just start with our swimming prep, going back a couple of sessions. From here, we're just going to float one arm and the opposite leg off the ground and lower them down. Float the other arm and leg off the ground and lower it down. There'll be no rock or shift in the body at all as you continue from side to side. Really think of that sense of length through the lower back. And I want you to focus on that sense of reaching long through the fingers and long through the toes as you get this movement here. Let's do one more repetition on each side, and then we're going to start to progress it gradually towards our full swimming. So from here, we're going to initially reach long through fingers and toes, float the chest and shoulders and the hands and feet up, and then just lower the body back down. This is our little Superman position. Try that again. Breathing in, breathe out, float the chest and shoulders, the hands and feet, reach long through the fingers and toes, lower it down. Two more. Again, think of the movement as long rather than high. Floating up. Keep the length. Don't need to lift high at all. Even just hovering the hands and feet just off the ground is fine. One more. Take it up and hold it there. Stay. Little flutters with the hands, little kicks with the legs. A long, slow, steady breath. Keep reaching longer through the fingers, longer through the toes. Reduce your range a little, lower your body down a little if you feel any work through the lower back. Hold the position there, stay, pause, reach even longer. Lower the body down, bring the hands back by your shoulders, press yourself back into your child's pose. Bring the knees underneath you, reach the arms forward. Press with your hands to push your backside down towards the heels, inch the fingers a fraction further forward along the ground. Hold the position and breathe. When you're ready from here, we walk the hands over to one side of the mat. Both hands come to the same side of the mat, so you're opening through the rib cage on the opposite side of the body. Breathe into the side of the body. Feel the stretch running down from the pinky finger towards that sitting bone on that side of the body. With the exhalation, allow the weight of the body to melt a little heavier towards the floor. Then when you're ready, walk your hands back towards center and over to the other side, feeling the stretch again from pinky finger down towards the sitting bone. Direct the breath into the side of the body to increase the stretch from the inside. We have just a couple more breaths there. When you're ready, walk the hands back towards the center of the mat. Scoop the tummy. You're going to roll forward into your quadruped position. Hands are going to be directly under the shoulders. Knees are going to be directly under the hips. From this position, going all the way back to the very first introductory class that I took you for, we're going to keep the body very, very stable, no rock or shift at all. And we're just going to reach one arm and the opposite leg long and away from you. Energy out through the fingers and toes. Bring that hand and leg back down to the mat. Stabilize yourself and float the other arm and leg out, long and away. Energy through the fingers and toes. Bring the hand and knee back down to the mat. Again, stabilize before you transfer the body weight to the other side. Now, as you continue here, I want you to check that you're not quite locking out or hyperextending through the elbows. So your elbows, your arms should be straight, but not quite locked out. Allow the hand and the knee to come back down to the mat. You want to keep a real sense of length through the spine, and in particular, I want you to watch that you don't lift that back leg too high and drop into the lower back. So it is a fairly low movement, yeah? Bring the hand and leg back in. And again, stretch the arm and leg away. And bring it back in. Now we're going to make things a little more interesting, of course. We're going to take the hands a little wider than the knees. And from here, I'm going to transfer the body weight across to one side. So weight transfers into one hand and the same leg. And then the opposite hand and leg are going to reach out long and away from me. I bring the hand and leg back down to the mat. Shift your body weight directly over that hand and knee. And allow the opposite arm and leg again to reach long and away. And bring it down. Now, when you first start, it's going to be really common to have a lot of twist and rotation in the body. That's fine. Key object of the game at first is not to fall on your face. As you get more stable in this position, your goal will be to eventually keep the shoulder and the hip very parallel towards the floor. But you will still need to get a physical little transfer of the weight across in order to be able to get the movement. Now bring that hand and leg down, and we're going to add into it again. Don't worry, it's not necessarily harder, it's just different here. You take again the same arm and leg away, reach long. From here, you're going to rotate to one side. Fingertips reach towards the ceiling, toes reach towards the wall by the feet, supporting hand presses away from the floor. Now, with grace and control, you're going to rotate your body back as close to parallel to the ground as you can go without falling on your face. And then you're going to lower that arm and leg back down to the mat, shift the body weight across to the other side, reach the other arm and leg away, and then rotate. Again, reach fingers to the ceiling, toes reaching towards the wall by the feet. Bring yourself back. Bring your body as close to square or parallel to the floor as you can. Allow the arm and leg back down. Just go slowly and deliberately here. Give yourself time to find the positions. Reach the arm and leg away. And again, it's okay if when you first start, if it looks like a bit of a hot mess. On these balance exercises, that's not uncommon. Part of learning how to do these movements is just being willing to play with them, even when they're not perfect and pretty. Control it back down. Let's take it to the other side. Shift the body weight across. Arm and leg reach long and away. Energy out through the fingers and the toes as you rotate. Bring yourself back as close to parallel to the ground as you can. Lowering it down, pause there, hold that position. Spread the hands on the mat. Tuck your toes under. Sit halfway back to the heels, press with the hands and feet and reach up into your inverted V. Let the heels descend a little towards the floor and see if you can really get that sense of that tailbone reaching up to the ceiling. Take the hands a tiny bit further forward. Breathe in. As you exhale, come forward into your strong plank position. Tailbone to the ceiling, back into the inverted V on the inhale. Exhale, bring yourself forward. Long, straight line through the back of the body, long in the back of the neck. Inhale, fold at the hips, back to the V. Exhale, bring it forward to that strong plank. 2 more repetitions now. Breathe in, tailbone to the ceiling, heels descend a little, find the stretch. Exhale, bring the body forward. 1 more repetition, inhale, take it back. And exhale, bring the body forward to the strong plank, hold it there. Point the toes, press yourself forward, and then reach the heels back. Point the toes to come forward, strong in the center, reach the heels back. 3 more repetitions here. If you're fatiguing, you can lower your knees to the ground and continue that same movement with the knees on the floor. Reach the heels back. Inhale, tailbone towards the ceiling, descend the heels. Hold it there. Rise up on the toes, bend one knee, let the opposite heel descend. Rise up, swap to the other side. Just breathe as you tread from side to side, getting a little bit of a sense of stretch through the calf muscles here. And then from there, when you're ready, rise up on the toes, bend the knees, jump those feet forward, take the arms forward, sitting back to the heels and redressing yourself. Take the legs long, bring the hands back behind you, and it's a slight sense of lift through the chest here. Taking a breath in again. As you exhale, press into the hands, float the hips up, reaching long through the front of the body. Check that neck is just in a comfortable position. Breathe in, hold, and lower the hips back down. Now again, I want you to check your elbows, your arms are long but not quite locked. Likewise, your legs are straight but not locking back into the knee joint. Take a breath in again here. Exhale, press through the hands, float the hips up. Hold the position, breathing in. Exhale, lowering yourself back down. Inhale, exhale again, float the hips up, reach long through the toes, lowering back down. We have just 2 more repetitions to go. Exhale, float the hips, press into the hands, lengthen and lift, breathe in, hold. Exhale, lower the hips back down. Once more, take a breath in. Exhale, press the hips up and hold, and lowering it down. From there, bend the knees, come forward towards the front edge of your mat, and we're ready for our seal. Knees are slightly apart and grabbing hold of the ankles. Hold the position there, find your little balance point, just back off your sitting bones. You're going to take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, scoop the tummy, roll the pelvis back from the thighs. You're going to scoop the belly and roll back. It's 3, 2, 1 with the feet, and scoop and come up and clap again. 3, 2, 1. Again, gaze slides down, tummy scoops in and clap. 3, 2, 1, bring it up. And again, clap. 3, 2, 1. Continue with that movement in your own time. Scoop the belly, 3 little claps. Exhale, come back up. Scoop through the tummy, make sure the gaze goes down as you go to roll back. You don't want to throw the head back, that'll flatten out your back. Nor do you even want to throw the gaze up or the eyes up, because that also will start to lead you towards a flatter back position. 2 more repetitions, scoop the belly, clap those feet, roll it all the way forward, clap. And again, once more, clap 2, 3, and again, little tap with the toes, hold the position there, lower the feet, lengthen, lift up tall through the spine, float the arms forward, slide the gaze down, roll the body back onto the mat. Now you've worked hard today, so we are going to finish with a little extra stretch. Bring one knee in towards you, leg comes to tabletop. Opposite hand goes to the outside of the knee, other arm reaches out to the side. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, rotate that leg across the body and let the hand turn in the opposite direction. Hold the position there and just breathe. Now make sure that you've found a range through the spine that feels really, really comfortable. If you feel any catching or clicking, sort of pulling into that lower back, reduce the range a little bit. Don't go quite so far into the movement. Hold and just breathe. When you're ready, allow yourself to come back to center. Let that leg stretch out long along the ground. Let the other leg come to tabletop. Opposite hand to the knee. Other arm opens out to the side. Take a breath in. Again, as you exhale, rotate the leg across the body just as far as feels very comfortable for you. Let the head roll towards the other side. Hold that position. And again, just relax and breathe. Let the weight of the body just sink and melt towards the floor. When you're ready, let that leg come back up to center. Release the foot down to the floor. Turn onto your side. Your bottom arm comes to support your head. Your top hand comes and reaches around to take hold of the foot. Bend the bottom leg up underneath you. Now in that position, you're going to think of a little bit of tummy in and tail under until you can start to feel a nice sense of stretch through the front of the thigh, through the quadriceps muscle at the front of the thigh, or even the front of the hip a little. Hold and breathe, let the weight of the body just relax down towards the floor. Again, as you work with the stretches here, just consciously release any unnecessary tension in the body. So any work or effort that isn't required to actually hold the position or the stretch here can just release and let go. When you're ready, release that leg. You can just roll over onto your other side and turn your back to me, but I'm just going to turn my head to the other end of the mat so I can still be looking your way. Again, coming down onto your side, bottom arm reaches around to support the head. Bottom leg is bent up in front, reach around, take hold of the top foot. Draw the foot in towards your backside, a little bit of tummy in, tail under. Hold the position and breathe. Again, let the weight of the body just melt and relax down towards the floor. Release any unnecessary tension. See if you can kind of soften and relax and let go through the upper body. Check your feet are relaxed and soft. The weight of the body can just sink heavy towards the floor. When you're ready, allow that leg to release. And I'm just going to have you rolling straight over onto your back. So roll from there straight onto your back. Once you're in that position on your back, you're just going to bring both knees in towards you. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a few little circles of the knees in one direction. Massaging into the lower back there should feel kind of good. Take a few little circles massaging around into the lower back.
going the opposite direction. And then when you're ready, allow your arms and legs to relax down onto the floor and just rest and breathe. Well done, you completed class number 6.